Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna continue working on part 4 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we were creating the kitchen and I want to zoom in again and I just want to pull this back a little and even the cupboard. It's because I know it's too big. So I just checked the size of it. So I'm just pulling this one probably around 400. I think that will be enough. So I'm just pulling it from the case itself, not um, the cabinet. And then this one, I would like to pull this one a little bit more. So around 600 for this. So it will be around that. And let's pull this one as well. I'm trying to select the case. So give me a second. I'm trying to get this one like that. So basically this one is the one below, so the kick plate, and this is the one at the top, the case itself. And then now we could do this one is the top or the granite top or the work surface. So around 6 feet 50, I think that will be the best. And this one we could just move it like this for the case. I want to see it now. I want to double check what we come up with and through the views as well. So as you can see, this one will be good. Actually, I'm gonna edit this. I want a drawer here. So at least we have hinge door, and then now we could do a drawer as well. So I'm gonna edit this, edit in place, and then let's go to section so that it's proper. We do it there. So edit extrusion. Now we just need to add a line in between. So get the midpoint and let's add a midpoint right here as well. And then click this one, pick line, and then do the 10. And let's do it like that as well. So we have consistent gap. And then here, you just need to erase the one in the middle. And then SL, split element. TR, trim and extend. And then now click finish and then finish again. And let's look at it at 3D. So now we have drawers. And next thing, probably let's add in some of those fridge, the equipments. So this one, we could pull this back a little bit as well. Like that. And it looks nicer. So one thing's first, I'm going to go to level 1, and then I'm going to provide all the um, equipments that I'm going to use here. So I'm just dropping them. So I'm going to drop a cooktop. So it's going to upgrade it. I'm going to add the fridge and then the range hood. So you just need to drag and drop it from the location. So I have some here that I accumulate, and then you just need to drop it and then it will upgrade. And then you just need to go to architecture, and sometimes you have to click component again so that it will show. So now I'm gonna add in the top, the elevation of this. I believe we added it to 800, but if we don't, we could just double check it like later. So I would like it on this spot. So around here will be good. And I believe I added it, but it's not visible. So we need to look for it. Or use transparent. So we could do this, apply, and as you can see, it appeared there. We just need to nudge it using arrow key, and then you could use align now, AL. So just give it a little bit of gap so that you could easily do an align, and let's put it in the middle of here. And then beside that, I'll probably put the sink, and then go back to level 1. So we have this one done. Let's add this one. So the fridge, I'm gonna add this fridge. I'm gonna turn it around, and I'm going to fix the width of this. So let's go back to, so I just went back to section, and then now I'm fixing the height. So here I'm just gonna pull out, so it's easy to fit it inside because we have an extrusion. So as you can see, it's movable like that. That's why I like using extrusion instead of creating this to um to your system family. But that will be a good idea as well, so don't get me wrong. And then now we could use, I want to see what I have. So this one is the same as cooktop. So the I believe the range hood that I got from Revit City, this is a ceiling component, so it attaches to a ceiling. And here we don't have a ceiling, um, although we have it. Um, we need to add, but what I can do is I probably can edit this, or I'll just get a range hood from Twinmotion. So I'm still thinking. Although I will insert um, the sink. So I'm going to plumbing, architecture, fixtures, sink, and then I will add the sink right now so that we could add it here, and I could show you how to void it. So I'm gonna use this single, press open, and then go back and go click component. We will need to add this one. So I believe this is, let's add it around 900 so that it shows here. So I'm gonna click it there, and then now I'm gonna go here and then edit this. So I could use my arrow key now to assess the height, and then I'm gonna align. It's a small kitchen, but so I'm gonna use it like that. You can even move this one, but I think this is perfect situation. And then now what we need to do is, let's go to 3D or level 1. We need to, sorry, we need to rotate this actually. So 180 rotation, and then pull this inside like so. This one should be going inside because we have a range. And then now the top first, so edit in place. So you will need to do the edit in place and then edit extrusion. So before you do that, you can now click create and then void form. We're gonna create a void form on the work surface or the granite top. So what we could do is we could pick this line, and then we could mirror this. I'm just gonna mirror this from this line. So there's no mirror. So what I could do now, I'm gonna estimate. Okay, I could see this now. And then I'm gonna use trim. I want to make sure that it's inside of this so that I don't need to remove anything else. So here, I'm just trying to trim this. Okay, so now that this is trim, I can now click finish, but double check. There's an error showing, so I created two lines there. So now click finish, go to your section, and then look for it. You need to pull this up like so. So now it only void the top. So now you need to void the extrusion but from the bottom because we created this separately. So now we have some void form family, do not, okay. So basically it's saying that it's only voided the one at the top. So we need to pull this one only for that. Delete element, and then we need to cut. So after that, it fixed it, and now we could go and check it in 3D. So now we voided that. We need to void the one at the bottom now. And then now let's go and create another void, but we need to void the case now. So now I'm clicking on the case, edit in place, go to level 1 so that we could see we need to I need to pick that one. So I'm going to use transparency. And I know this is the case. So now this is the case. I don't need to use edit extrusion. You just need to click create and then void extrusion. Now we're gonna do the same lines and then click this. Sorry, press escape first, click this and click the draw. And then now we need to trim. TR. After that, click finish and then go to section, pull this up like so. We could just pull it all the way there. So I'm just estimating the how big is this is. And then before that, we need to cut geometry. We need to select that one, the void. I know it's hard to see, so we can apply more transparency. Okay, click finish. And then now let's see. As you can see, we can see the bottom of the sink now. So we have to cut both of this, so the top and the bottom, because we created it separately. If we create everything at once, we could do it just once. So if you create an extrusion and you want to void it, you will need to um, void it using the extrusion that you created. Similar to that, that's why I selected this and then edit in place. And then if I want to create a void here, you just simply create a void from the extrusion as well. Okay, so that's how I created that or did that. So what I could do is probably add, because this is not shown anyway, so maybe I could just add the ceiling so that we could add the range hood. So I'm gonna do a sketch so that it's gonna be easy for me. I'm just gonna add a ceiling from the inside probably. So it's easy for me to add the ceiling range hood. Click finish. And then now let's try and add. So I'm just looking so it's still not visible, or we could check this one here. Let's see if I'm gonna be able to add it. And I want to see it from the section. So this one is for now the inside. So I was able to figure out what it is. It's a ceiling base now. So simply what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to ceiling plan. So I know this is the B. So you go to ceiling plan level 2 and then you just create a ceiling. I'm gonna do a small one. So I'm going to create this. So similar to earlier, I'm just gonna create something right here, and then we're gonna add our our range hood. So because it's base, so now we could see that we could add the range hood like that. Then you need to go to your section, and then we just need to pull this down. So I'm gonna use align, and I'm gonna align it like that. And then now we could use our arrow key so that we could pull this one down like so. I just need something like this, so I'm gonna leave it like that, and then go back to your ceiling, and then or your level one, and you could basically fix it something like that. I don't want this one to be shown, so let's look at it at 3D, and then now we just need to make this one shorter like that, and hopefully it doesn't show. So some hack that you can do so that you don't need to redo everything. And then we need to pull this back a little. We could also edit this type, and then you could reassign this. So instead of light fixture, we could use it as a generic model. After that, once you do, you load it to the project again, and then overwrite existing. Now, let's see if we erase the ceiling, it's still going to be deleted. Let's edit this again, and let's try. I want everything to be categorized as a generic model. Family types, so we have everything like that. Also, what I'm planning to do is make this one shorter. So this is a sweep. Let's try and load it again. And I believe it's still a ceiling based. This is done in a ceiling based template. That's why it's only going to be a ceiling based. So let's leave it like that, and then let's just pull this back more. So here, let's go level 1, and I'm just going to pull this back like that. And we could actually why not add more here. And then now let's look at it. So it looks good. I like the look of it. So probably just leave it like that. Now, I want to make sure that you will need to add backsplash. So let's add that one as well. So go to section, and then now it's another extrusion. So model in place, generic model, press escape again, generic model. This will be model 8. We will need to set, or we could just click on extrusion, pick a plane. We're gonna pick this plane and then add this one. And then you want to make sure that this is very thin, so around 10, and then change the materials. So some tiles. Let's see what kind of tiles we can. So I'll just use this one, 15 by 15, apply, and then okay. Click finish and finish. And let's look at it at 3D. So we have our backsplash like that. And maybe we could add a backsplash here as well, so that it will tie up all together, or just leave it like that. I think that's good enough. Okay, now let's go and create our island. So that will be under section again, but before we do section, let's pull this back a little. So just select this, we're gonna add it right here. So I'm gonna use section again, and then after that, let's use model in place, and this is will be another generic model, and this is extrusion. We need to pick the plane, and we need to pick a wall. We need to pick the wall right here, but because there we go. And then now we need to add something like this, a little bit tall. We can move it all the way here at the wall. So I'm gonna align that and pull this back a little. Okay, so around 1080, I believe that's 42 high, so bar height, that will be good. So 42 inches or 1080, and then click finish. That will be a different materials. So let's look for a material so that we could change this later on. Ceramic, stone. Let's pull this up, apply, okay, and then click finish. I want to pull this out like that. Okay, and then we could We could add in another one, so edit in place, and then section. We will create another extrusion from this. Pick a plane, and we need to select it there. This one, we could just create this look. TR, trim and extend, and then delete the remaining. Make sure this is 25, so 1 inch, and then 1 inch here. I believe that's good enough. Click finish and make sure to change the materials. Another stone will be good. Let's use this and click finish. So now we just need to extend it a little bit, as you can see, but we need to find out which one. So this one will be good. So there's a little bit of overhang. And then we just need to add in bar height, chairs. So let's look for a bar height. I don't think we have a bar height here, but let's add in some. So it will be furniture, seating, and yeah, we don't have any bar height that could represent it, but we have something like this, close enough, just to represent that. Okay, like that. So it's good enough. There's a lot of room here, so we could just move it later on. So we finished the kitchen and we're gonna continue working on it on the next video. On the rest of this, probably the second floor. So thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.